Peace. This is a look at the word sunnah. I don't care how it's spelled. I don't care if they take the ha and change it into a tab mabuta, or whatever you want to call it. I don't care about none of that stuff. You just focus on the word sunnah and the words that come before this term and the words that come after this term. Proof 3, 137. قَدْ خَلَتْ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ سُنَّنٌ فَسِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Before you, courses of actions have already happened, so travel through the land. The word before sunnah is qablikum. The word after sunnah, fasiru. Proof 4:26. Yuridu Allahu al-yubayyina lakum wa yahdiyakum sunnana alladhina min qablikum. So before the word sunnah is yahdiyakum, and after the word sunnah is alladhina. Can you listen over you want?
I thought you were recording.
I am. I'm just trying to bring more clarity to this topic. So, it means God wants to clarify to you and guide you to the course of action, to the courses of actions of those before you. See, the word course of action, it just fit better to me as a better translation for the word sunnah, instead of like the other ways they translate it. But anyways, in proof 8:38, وَإِنْ يَعُودُوا فَقَدْ مَضَتْ سُنَّةُ الْأَوَّلِينَ. Before the word sunnah, again, you got the word madat. And then after the word sunnah, you have al-awwalina. This means, but if they return, then the formal course of actions will resume. 15:13. La yu'minuna bihi wa qad khalat sunnatu al-awwalina. Before the word sunnah is khalat, and after the word sunnah is awwalina. They won't trust in it, yet the formal course of actions have already happened. 1777. Sunnata man qad arsalna qablaka min rasulina rasulina wa la tajidu al sunnati na tahwilan. So the first word sunnah, there's no word before it, but after it is man qad. In the second place where the sunnah is, before it is tajiduli, and after it is tahwilan. This means the courses of actions of whoever we sent of our messengers before you. This is talking to Muhammad. And you won't find an alteration to our course of action. 1855. Illa an ta'tiyahum sunnatu al-awwalina. Before this word sunnah is ta'tiyahum, and after this word sunnah is al-awwalina. Except that the former courses of actions should come to them. 33:38. Sunnata Allahi fi alladhina khalaw min qablu. There's no word before sunnah, but after this word sunnah, you have Allahi, God, right? God's course of action with those before who were once here. So you see here, the only personality or the only figure that is connected to the word sunnah is God. There is no sunnah there's no sunnah of the prophet. There's no sunnah of the messenger of God. There's no sunnah of that. Nowhere. As we've been reading. 33:62. Sunnata Allahi fi alladhina khalaw min qablu wa la tajida la sunnati Allahi tabdilan. Again, the word sunnah here, the word before it, you got Allah after it. The second sunnah, tajidali, then after it is Allah again. God's course of action with those before you who were once here, and you won't find a replacement for God's course of action. It's all sunnah is the way you go about doing something. The way you go, anyone can have a sunnah. The way you put your shoes on, that's your course of action. It's not an important. It's not that important, but everyone make it seem important. Where was I at now? I think 35:43. فهل ينظرون إلا سنة الأولين فلن تجد لسنة الله تبديلا ولا تجد لسنة الله تحويلا. So before the word sunnah you have illa, and then after the word sunnah al-awwalina. This sunnah tajidali, and then after it is Allahi. This sunnah right here, tajidali, after it is Allahi. Are they only waiting for the formal course of actions? And you won't find a replacement for God's course of action, and you won't find an alteration to God's course of action. So these people are the ops. God's saying, we just waiting for the formal course of actions, the floods, the blasts, the rocks, whatever the people was destroyed. This is what they're waiting for. Okay, 40:85. Sunnata Allahi allati qad khalat fi ibadihi. After there's no word before sunnah, after it is Allahi. God's course of action which has already happened with its servants. For some people, you like the word, slaves. For some people, you like the word servants. Whatever. 48:23. Sunnata Allahi allati qad khalat min qablu walan tajida li sunnati Allahi tabdilan. God's, there's no word before sunnah, but after it is Allah. Right? I'm saying it again. Before this word sunnah is tajidali, and after this word sunnah is Allah. God's course of action, which has already happened before, and you won't find a replacement for God's course of action. Now, when you hear this statement, obey God and obey the messenger, they say this means to obey God with the reading, aka the Quran, and then obey the messenger means to follow the sunnah. The sunnah. So, if God is using this word sunnah throughout, why don't God just say follow the sunnah of the messenger? Why does obey get twisted and turned into this concept of following a person in their everyday life? When in the context of the term sunnah, you don't get that. You don't find that nowhere in the word sunnah. So sunnah just means the course of action, the method, the way you go about doing something, the procedure. That's all it pretty much means. We can't take these Arabic words and you say, oh, you don't know Arabic. But it seems like the people who know the Arabic are manipulating the Arabic, and then they say you don't know the Arabic, and then I just come by, whatever little Arabic I know, I'm reading the context and I see the word sunnah has nothing to do with the messenger Muhammad, or the prophet Muhammad, whatever you want to call them. It does, because God is guiding him into the course of action, the sunnah of those who came before him. And if this word Sunnah of the Messenger, or Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, was so important. The reading, the Quran, whenever it was first given to him, until it was stopped being given to him, over how many years of his life, and this term, Sunnah of the Messenger, Sunnah of the Prophet, Sunnah of Muhammad, is not used at all. If this term, this following this so-called Sunnah is so important, it should be mentioned somewhere in the reading. I went over like 11 proofs that I found the word Sunnah in, and I did not find none that says the Messenger of the Sunnah of Muhammad, or the Sunnah of the Messenger, or the Sunnah of the Prophet. Peace.